Alright guys, today we're gonna try a little something different. We gonna get the Frapp. The unicorn Frapp. I think that's what it's called. Alright, so it just got played. The unicorn Frapp is sold out. I don't know, like, are they done? Either way, I just ended up getting me a sandwich. So you guys get to see me eat a sandwich. What's going on, guys? Pixelated here, back at it again with another video. Today we're gonna do a little something different. We're gonna experiment a little. I want to share more info with you guys with what I'm doing and the sneaker industry. So we're gonna talk about all the new Inikis colorways that released on April 20th. Yes, it's a little late now, but let's just get into it. You've seen my previous review of the Inikis. You know I wasn't the biggest fan of them, which is why I still don't have my pair to show you what it looks like or to, like, you know, demo while I talk about all these new colorways. But let's get into it anyways. Also, shout out to Starbucks, they got me a chicken sandwich. Mans was hungry, you feel me? So the first colorway that I want to talk about is the gray with the pink stripe. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big fan of the materials used on the Inikis and how your foot sits in them. I love the way it looks off foot, but the colorways haven't impressed me one bit. This one, on the other hand, I can see myself wearing. The pink slash salmon slash turbo red slash whatever you want to call it. Looks amazing with the gray. It kind of gives me that staple pigeon vibe, like the pigeon dunks or even the Soulbox Ultra Boost. And both of those sneakers are classics. There's no way you can go wrong with these. There were women's colorways. Honestly, I don't know where any of these sneakers released. I know some colorways released in specific stores while others released everywhere. The clear onyx and the solar yellow, these were women's pairs, I believe. Those released. Clear onyx is cool. The solar yellow is a little, I don't really like that Volt color, and even as an accent, it doesn't really work well for me. The pearl gray pair is nice. If you need a sneaker to wear with everything, and on the off chance you love Inikis and have the largest Inikis collection, I'm just kidding, you don't need to have a large Inikis collection. But if you do, the pearl gray is definitely a essential or a must-have, depending on how you look at it. There were a shit ton of other colorways that dropped in specific stores. I'm pretty sure I won't hit on all of them. There was the core black as well. I forgot to mention that. I'm not a big fan of monochrome sneakers, as I've said in the past, so the core black was a pass for me. I mean, all the Inikis were a pass for me, but hypothetically speaking, if I wanted to get one, it would be the gray with the pink stripes. Some stores had like a pink and baby blue and vibrant yellow colorways as well. I mean, the initial release dropped the navy and the red pairs. The navy was amazing. I'm not a big fan of the red pair. I just don't like that much red on one sneaker. Like the red Octobers, people love those. They're not for me. I'm really not an all red sneaker guy. I don't want my sneaker to look like lollipops, son. You feel me? All right, I'm getting a little hungry. I'm gonna take a couple bites. Bear with me, fellas. Yeah, good thing I started eating now. This is about to get cold in like 5 minutes. Some of these colorways released on adidas.ca, which is great for us up here in Canada, but I'm pretty sure the Inikis is bound to release in more places over time. It released in Adidas stores and select colorways released in other boutiques as well. On to topic number 2, the Kith Volcano collection drop happened Friday, April 21st. So that happened. I don't know, as much as I love Kith and his clothing, I was on the fence about these. The original Kith Asics collab Volcano Gel Lyte 5 was and still is a super hyped and sought after sneaker, but it's just not one for me. I'm not a big fan of the Gel Lyte 5 silhouette in general, so I much prefer this Gel Lyte 3 version of the Volcano. So what released was the Asics Gel Lyte 3 Volcano and the Asics Gel Diablo, along with a collection of Kith clothing that went along the same theme as the sneakers. At the same time, sneaker purchasing is getting a little pricey, and to be honest, it was sort of an easy purchase for me. I just kind of messed it up for myself. So what happened was I had a pair in cart, I got to the payment information and it seemed so easy, so I decided let's go back and add the hoodie to my cart. I added the hoodie to my cart, went back through the checkout process, and on the last step, the sneakers went out of stock. And at that point, even though I liked the hoodie, it was a Kith Williams hoodie, one of Kith's most popular style of hoodies, and I don't have one in the collection, so that would have been perfect for me. As soon as I saw the sneakers go out of stock in my cart, I just didn't bother. I was really close to buying them just because Kith, and I know and trust their clothing quality for what it is, and the sneakers, they're not bad sneakers, but I really just wasn't trying for these. I didn't want to buy something I wasn't 100% sold on. Don't get me wrong, they're beautiful sneakers. Beige and peach hits on the primarily blood red colorway. I can see tons of people liking these, especially due to the legacy of the collab and colorway. The Kith hoodie is a standout piece as well. The quality on both is top notch, I'm sure. The Asics were made in Japan, so that's where the premium retail price of $250 US comes from. Better quality, better craftsmanship. They also released the Asics Gel Diablo, as I mentioned earlier, which had an early release about a week prior, labeled a Kith strike. I believe 500 pairs were made available to the public in the initial Kith strike release, and the other 500 released this Saturday, April the 21st, with the collection. To be honest, I think they sold out the first time because many people assumed it would guarantee them a pair of the Volcano Gel Lyte 3s or some other hyped Kith release. Haha, suckers, what happened to that? I'm just playing. Sorry you guys had to spend money for no reason. But if you weren't really a fan of the sneaker, you shouldn't have bought them in the first place, in my humble opinion. With that being said, the retail for the Diablos was lower at $175 US, so if saving money was your deal, it might have been smarter to go for those. I feel like it would have been nice to get both, the Gel Lyte 3 and the sweater, but I think I'm okay. I mean, after shipping to Canada, conversion, and the delayed duties we get out here, the sneaker would have cost me around or a little bit over $400 Canadian anyway, and that's before counting the price of the hoodie. I'm not gonna lie, it feels kind of good that I saved all that money. Remember folks, it's not always about the size of the collection. Size doesn't always matter. It's the motion of the sneaker ocean? Yeah, I don't know how to work that into a sneaker metaphor. Sorry guys. Just take it as it is. The point is, cop what you like, but don't go beyond your means. It's just sneakers after all. We all have our grails and our list of sneakers that we really want. Work hard in life and eventually you'll get, you know what? Don't work hard in life. Work smart in life and eventually you'll be able to get them. But don't forget, life comes before sneakers. Topic number 3. I'm sorry guys, I had to talk about this. Kendrick's album was freaking ridiculous. I don't know how he does it, but no track he makes sounds like trash. Okay, I lied. Loyalty's kind of trash. I'm just kidding. I just feel like it's a little too pop for him. He could definitely have done without that track, but I understand him trying to cater to a bigger audience so more people can actually listen to his music, and I respect that. As an artist or even as a businessman, he has to do what he has to do. Also, that means now you might actually hear Kendrick in the club. So all the club rats might actually start listening to his other music because he was in the club and they're like, yo, who Kendrick? I mean, no one's ever gonna say who's Kendrick, right? I hope not. Damn is a great album. Go check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. And the final topic, I didn't purchase anything from the Kith Volcano collection, but I did purchase a pair of pants from the Spring 17 delivery, which I think released the same day as the Reigning Champ Ultra Boost. They went out of stock online, but a friend of mine in New York was able to go to the Brooklyn store and grab me a pair. Shout out to him for that, thank you. Now, hold on, I'm actually wearing them right now, so gotta take these off. Let me go kill this sandwich before I take these pants off. All right, so here they are. Just ate the sandwich, guys, relax. I was actually wearing these before I put them on here, so these are the pants I bought. I forgot what they're called, but as you guys know, I enjoy Kith and I like what they do. I saw these double pockets on the pants. They're kind of made of like sweat pant material, I guess you would say. They're really nice pants. They're tapered very nice. They have these little cuts in the back of your shin area. It gives it that rough edge look. I think it looks great. Only one pocket in the back, which I'm not too happy about. I usually like having both pockets, especially because they always put it on the right when it's one pocket, and I usually only use the left pocket, but that's okay. It overcompensates by having two bigger pockets in the front, and I think this is the best part of the pants, is these two pockets. I literally put my, I'm not gonna say, but I put my, I guess I have to say it, I put my wallet and keys in here, so if you rob me, you know where they are. It's got these nice thick drawstrings. The material is very thick and nice, and the fit is great. It's not too tight, it's not too loose. I got a size medium, which is my true to size for pants that are like, you know, sized in the medium, large, small type. And I forgot to mention, it also has this inseam, like this cross stitch going across, like double stitch pattern going across the rough edge stitch, which I think is cool as well. It's the Battleship Gray colorway, which is a super cool name for the color, and it matches that super cool name by being a super cool color. I can probably match this with anything. Even though it's not a true gray, it kind of has this like brown slash like muted purple, if that's a thing. Basically looks like a rotten beetroot, but I like it. It's probably gonna suit a lot of things, and that's just the end of my video, guys. I took my pants off for y'all. If you took anything from that video, please hit that like button. Let me know what you guys thought about the Inikis or the Volcano, anything we talked about. Let me know what you thought about them. I want to know what you think, and please sub for more juicy content. With that being said, catch you later. Pixelated out.